What just happened at Dodger Stadium might go down as one of those moments fans talk about for years. Shohei Ohtani, already a once-in-a-generation talent, decided to casually drop the fastest pitch of his Major League Baseball career, and the reaction on the field, absolutely priceless. Picture this, it's the middle of a tense matchup between the Dodgers and the Royals, and suddenly Ohtani fires off a fastball that clocks in at a blistering 101.7 miles per hour. That's not just fast, that's did. You see that, kind of fast. It's the sort of heat that leaves both fans and players with jaws on the floor. And the batter on the receiving end, none other than Vinny Pasquantino. Yeah, the Royals' first baseman who's no stranger to facing Ohtani. The two have gone head-to-head before, both in the majors and on the international stage. Pasquantino's got one hit off Ohtani and for at-bats in the big leagues, but the rest to strikeouts and a whole lot of frustration. Even in the World Baseball Classic, he couldn't catch a break. Facing Ohtani in one of the most high-stakes tournaments, he walked once but struck out again, showing just how dominant the Japanese star really is on the mound. So when Pasquantino stepped up to the plate this time, there was history between them. But what he probably wasn't ready for was Ohtani unleashing a pitch that could have melted the radar gun. That 101.7 heater left everyone stunned, including Pasquantino, whose reaction quickly made the rounds online. It was that classic moment of what do you even do with that? And you could almost see the "are you kidding me?" look in his eyes as he tried to process what had just happened. The wildest part, Ohtani wasn't even done there. This wasn't just a one-and-done appearance. For the first time since making his pitching return, he threw multiple innings, and he made it look easy to shut out innings. 1 strikeout, 0 earned runs. He looked confident, composed, and completely in control. And yes, even though the Dodgers didn't end up winning that particular game, Ohtani's performance left no doubt that he's back and he's just getting started now. Let's not forget what this all really means. This wasn't just some random outing. This was Shohei Ohtani's first time pitching at home since returning from Tommy John surgery, a procedure that kept him off the mound for an extended stretch. After getting hurt in 2023, there were questions, as there always are, about how he'd bounce back. Could he still dominate? Would the velocity still be there? Was the dual threat magic still intact? Well, if these past few appearances are anything to go by, then the answer is a resounding yes, since allowing 1 run in his return against the Padres earlier this month. Ohtani has now thrown 3 consecutive scoreless innings. He's finding rhythm, gaining confidence, and showing flashes of the form that made him a back-to-back MVP. And let's be honest, it's not just about the numbers. It's about the presence he brings every time he steps on that mound. The energy shifts, the intensity ramps up, and whether you're a Dodgers fan or just a lover of baseball, you know you're watching something special every time he wins up to pitch. And speaking of special, how about what Ohtani's doing at the plate? Because just when you think you've seen enough greatness from this guy, he goes out and smashes his 29th home run of the season. Not only that, he added his 7th triple too. The guy is a machine. He's not just hitting well. He's doing it with power, with speed, and with timing that's frankly unfair. It's like he's playing on a different level, and the rest of the league is just trying to keep up. It's honestly hard to put into words how rare this kind of production is. We're watching a player who can hit like a designated slugger and pitch like a Cy Young candidate, all in the same week. And when you add that to a team like the Dodgers, who are already stacked from top to bottom, the result is something terrifying for the rest of the league. Right now, the Dodgers are cruising. They're on top of the National League West by 7 games, and that margin is only growing after the series against the Royals. They're not just leading, they're dominating. Best record in baseball, a team firing on all cylinders, and with Ohtani back in full force, both swinging the bat and taking the mound. The Dodgers are starting to look like a team with one goal in mind, a return to the World Series, and a shot at doing what hasn't been done since the New York Yankees went back-to-back at the start of the new millennium. But it's more than just stats and standings. It's the vibe around this team. You can feel the buzz in the stadium, hear it in the crowd, and see it in the dugout. The moment Ohtani steps onto the field, it's like everything changes. There's a sense of anticipation, a belief that no matter what the score is, something electric might happen, and that's exactly what he brings to the game. Electricity. Just think about it. A guy who's coming off major surgery, still finding his way back on the mound, and yet already throwing harder than he ever has in the majors. That 101.7 fastball isn't just a number, it's a statement. A message to every team out there that Shohei Ohtani is not just back. He might be better than ever. And that's a scary thought for anyone who has to face him this season. And look, Pasquantino's reaction wasn't just funny, it was real. It captured exactly what so many players feel. When they face Ohtani, it's not just about trying to get a hit, it's about survival. Trying to read a pitch that might come at you faster than anything you've seen all year. Trying to adjust to a guy who can throw high heat one pitch, and then drop a filthy splitter the next. That's the challenge. That's the nightmare matchup that Ohtani has become. And the beauty of all this, we're just getting started. The season is still heating up, and Ohtani is only going to get sharper, more dangerous, more dominant. The innings will pile up, the strikeouts will come, and with each appearance, the legend grows. He's chasing another MVP, and let's be honest, he might just get it. Because when you put together this kind of production, on both sides of the ball, there's really no one else in the conversation. What's even more remarkable is how casually Ohtani seems to carry all of this. Most players coming off major surgery, especially Tommy John, go through phases of hesitation, carefully feeling out every pitch, checking their mechanics, wondering if the strength is really back, but not Shohei. He steps on that mound like he never left, like dominating is just part of his weekly routine. And the results speak for themselves. His velocity isn't just back, it's breaking his own records. His command is sharp, his presence unshakable. And all of this, while still being one of the most feared hitters in the entire league. You could argue that no player in the modern era has had more eyes on them than Ohtani. And yet he keeps finding ways to exceed expectations every season. People wonder if the workload will catch up to him, if the pressure, the media attention, the expectations, especially in a city like Los Angeles, will start to chip away at his performance. But here we are again, watching him thrive, watching him carry an entire franchise with the same calm intensity that's become his trademark. And make no mistake, the Dodgers know exactly what they have. When they brought Ohtani to Los Angeles, they weren't just adding another star to their already loaded roster, they were making a statement. They were saying, we're not just here to compete, we're here to dominate. And with Ohtani in the lineup, both as a designated hitter and now as a starting pitcher again, they've elevated themselves into a whole new stratosphere of dangerous. It's not just that he can do both, it's that he does both at an elite level. You've got pitchers who dedicate their whole lives to mastering the art of throwing a baseball, and they still don't reach the level Ohtani has reached. Then you've got sluggers who spend years developing their swing, working through endless at-bats to build power and consistency, and yet they still don't touch his numbers. Ohtani is somehow both. He is the outlier, the exception to every rule we thought existed in professional baseball. And let's be honest, it's not just about talent, it's about the grind, the discipline, the mental toughness to maintain this level of play on both sides of the game, especially in a sport that's so grueling over the course of a full season. One bad month can derail a campaign, one minor injury can lead to a slump. But Ohtani shows up every single day, locked in, giving his team a chance to win whether he's on the mound or at the plate. We talk about players being valuable, but with Ohtani, the word almost feels too small. How do you quantify the impact of a guy who can start your game on the mound and then bat third in the same lineup? How do you define the advantage of being able to send a player out there who can control the pace of a game from both sides? It's not just value, it's game-breaking, it's once-in-a-century type stuff. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. The MLB trade rumor mill is in full swing, and the latest whispers coming out of Los Angeles and Houston suggest a major move may have just gone down, according to insiders close to the situation. The Dodgers and the Astros have reportedly agreed to a blockbuster trade involving rising infield prospect Cam Smith. While no official confirmation has been released by either team, sources say the deal is done, or at the very least, all but finalized. Cam Smith, known for his powerful bat and solid glove at third base, has been on the radar of multiple teams since his breakout performance in the minors. It now appears the Dodgers have won the sweepstakes for the young infielder, potentially viewing him as a key piece of their long-term strategy. With an aging core and looming contract decisions, the Dodgers may be looking to inject new energy and talent into their roster, and Smith fits the mold of the next-generation star they need. What the Astros are getting in return remains unclear, but speculation points to a package of promising young arms and possibly international signing pool money. With ongoing injuries and inconsistent pitching performances plaguing Houston's rotation and bullpen, the front office could be eyeing this deal as an opportunity to build depth and stabilize their SDA. FF for the playoff push. While no press releases or roster moves have been made public just yet, those close to Smith suggest he's already preparing for a move to the West Coast. Reports even indicate that travel arrangements and logistical details are already underway, signaling that the deal could become official at any moment. Still, in the world of MLB trades, nothing is certain until the final signatures are in place. Physicals, financial tweaks, and last-minute changes could alter the course of this high-profile transaction. If confirmed, this trade would mark one of the biggest mid-season moves of the year, potentially shifting the balance of power in the National League and sparking a wave of further activity across the league. For now, all eyes are on the Dodgers and Astros and on Cam Smith as the baseball world waits for the next big announcement. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.